Hello friends. Welcome to my channel Habib Maritime School. In this video I will discuss on the topic MARPOL Annex 1. So let's get started. MARPOL Annex 1, Regulations for the Prevention of Pollution by Oil. Annex 1 came into force in 1983. MARPOL Annex 1 for which types of vessels? Annex 1 applies to oil tanker 150 GT or above and every other ship 400 GT or above. There are 10 special area for Annex 1. 1 Mediterranean Sea, 2 Baltic Sea, 3 Black Sea, 4 Red Sea, 5 Gulf Sea, 6 Gulf of Aden, 7 Antarctic area, 8 Northwest European water, 9 Oman area of the Arabian Sea, 10 Southern South Africa. How many surveys under MARPOL Annex 1? There are 5 surveys under MARPOL Annex 1. 1 Initial survey, 2 Renewal survey, 3 Intermediate survey, 4 Annual survey, 5 Additional survey. Name the certificate under MARPOL Annex 1. International Oil Pollution and Prevention Certificate or short form IOPP certificate. This certificate needs to carry by oil tanker of 150 GT and above. And any other ship of 400 GT and above. Maximum validity of this certificate is 5 years and this certificate issued by the administration or by any persons or organization duly authorized by it. Remember, this certificate has a Form A which is supplement of International Oil Pollution and Prevention Certificate. Which vessel required carrying oil record book or ORB? ORB required carrying by oil tanker of 150 GT and above. And any other ship of 400 GT and above. It has 2 parts. Part A for machinery spaces. Part A for cargo and ballast operations. What are the requirements for oily water separator or OWS? Below requirements for oil filtering equipment, oily water separator. 1 400 GT and above, less than 10,000 GT, oil content not exceeding 15 ppm. 2 10,000 GT and above, oil content not exceeding 15 ppm. Alarm system if 15 ppm cannot be maintained. If exceeds 15 ppm, OWS automatically stopped. 3 Less than 400 GT ships are equipped so far practicable to retain on board. What are the discharge criteria for machinery spaces sludge? A. Discharges outside special areas. 1. The ship is preceding en route. 2. The oily mixture is processed through an oil filtering equipment meeting the requirements of Regulation 14 of this annex. 3. The oil content of the effluent without dilution does not exceed 15 parts per million. 4. The oily mixture does not originate from cargo pump room bilges on oil tankers, and 5. The oily mixture, in case of oil tankers, is not mixed with oil cargo residues. B. Discharges in special areas. All criteria are same as outside special area except the Antarctic area. In Antarctic area, discharge into the sea of oil or oily mixtures from any ship shall be prohibited. What is the entry need to make in the Oil Record Book Part 1? Following entry need to made in the Oil Record Book Part 1. 1. Ballasting or cleaning of fuel tank. 2. Discharge of dirty ballast or clearing water from fuel tank. 3. Collection or disposal of oil residue, sludge. 4. Discharge overboard otherwise of bilge which accumulated in machinery space. 5. Bunkering of fuel and bulk lube oil. 6. Event of accidental or other exceptional of oil not expected by regulations, statement must be recorded in Oil Record Book Part 1. 7. Any failure of the oil filtering equipment shall be recorded in ORB 1. How many years required preserving for Oil Record Book Part 1? Oil Record Book Part 1 shall be preserved for a period of 3 years after the last entry has been made. What are the requirements for oily water separator or OWS? Below requirements for oil discharge monitoring and controlling system, ODNCS. Oil tanker 150 GT and above fitted with ODNCS fitted with recording device. Record discharge in liter/nm and total quantity discharged or the oil content and rate of discharge. Kept record of last 03 YRS. With time and date. Should automatically stop discharging overboard, if rate of oil exceeding the content limit, and start to recirculate it in slop tanks. What are the requirements for crude oil washing or cow? One cow should be fitted oil tanker 120,000 dWt and above. What are the discharge criteria for cargo and ballast operations? Any discharge is prohibited with the exception of clean unsegregated ballast on except 1. Vessel must be outside special area. 2. More than 50 nanometers from the nearest land. 3. The tanker is preceding en route. 4. The instantaneous rate of discharge oil does not exceed 30 ltr/nm. 5. The total quantity of oil discharged into the sea does not exceed for tankers deliver on or before December 31, 1979. 1/15,000 of the total quantity of the particular cargo of which the residue formed a part. For tankers delivered after 31 December 1979, 1/30,000 of the total quantity of the particular cargo of which the residue formed a part, and 6. The tanker has in operation an oil discharge monitoring and control system and a slop tank arrangement as required by Regulations 29 and 31 of MARPOL Annex 1, respectively. What is the entry need to make in the Oil Record Book Part 2? Following entry need to made in the Oil Record Book Part 2. 1. Loading of oil cargo. 2. Internal transfer of oil cargo during voyage. 3. Unloading of oil cargo. 4. Ballasting of cargo tank. 5. Cleaning of cargo tanks including cow. 6. Discharge of ballast except SBT. 7. Discharge of water from slope tank. 8. Closing of all applicable V/V after slope tank discharge operation. 9. Closing of all V/V after striping of slope tanks and isolating CBT tanks from cargo. How many years required preserving for Oil Record Book Part 2? Oil Record Book Part 2 shall be preserved for a period of 3 years after the last entry has been made. What is SOPEP? SOPEP is the Shipboard Oil Pollution Emergency Plan. Every tanker 150 GRT and above and other than tanker 400 GRT and above must carry SOPEP. What are the contents in SOPEP? Contents. 1. The procedure to be followed by the master or other persons having charge of the ship to report an oil pollution incident. 2. The list of authorities or persons to be contacted in the event of an oil pollution incident. 3. Control procedure, a detailed description of the action to be taken immediately by persons on board to reduce or control the discharge of oil following the incident. 4. Coastal address, the procedure and point of contact on the ship for coordinating shipboard action with national and local authorities in combating take action against the pollution. 5. Emergency control plan. 6. General arrangement plan. 7. Fire plan. What are the equipments you can find in SOPEP? SOPEP equipment. 1. Absorbent roll. 2. Absorbent pads. 3. Oil booms. 4. Walden pump. 5. Absorbent materials line sawdust, sand etc. 6. Shovels, scrappers. 7. Absorbent granules. 8. Oil booms. 9. Detergent. 10. Sea clean. 11. Dustpan. 12. Garbage bag. 13. Rubber squeeze. 14. Mask. 15. Chemical suit. 16. SOPEP plans. For easy reference, the following plan must be included in SOPEP plan. 1. Principal particulars of the VSL. 2. General arrangement plan. 3. Capacity plan. 4. Midship section. 5. Shell expansion plan. 6. Pumping arrangement. Last, what are the documents comes under MARPOL Annex 1? Documents of Annex I. 1. IOPP certificate. 2. ORB Part 1 and 2. 3. ODNX approved by the organization. 4. Officers Specialized Oil Taken certificate. 5. Oil filtering equipment approved by ORG. 6. SOPEP. 7. Approved cow manual. I hope you must have got what MARPOL Annex 1 is all about. Please like this videos and share with your friends. And do hit the subscribe buttons and the bell icon to never miss a new informative videos from my channel. Details video of Annex 2 is coming up next. So stay tuned.